If you did, you're just gonna have to try and forget it quickly. Spawning up here in the top right-hand side, our Terran player representing Clan Nugget. It is Clem. He's been a big fan of chicken nuggets for a long time. Rabbit nuggets also not too bad, pretty tasty. But to win this game, he's going to need to get through his Zerg opponent. Down here in the bottom left-hand side, our Zerg player, it is Circanius. By the way, big thank you to anyone who did send replays in the last like 24 hours. I did tweet just yesterday because I wasn't sure how many replays we had, and I was just like, hey, does anyone want to send in replays for this topic? And then I didn't even, I forgot to actually mention in the tweet that they were kind of due within like 12 hours. But quite a few people did send some in, so thank you very much. I'm sorry if your replays didn't make it in for this week. Do send in some nostalgic Wings of Liberty style strategies. If you guys weren't around during Wings of Liberty, go look up some old VODs. Watch how ridiculous and bad the games are. And yeah, and have some fun trying out some of those builds or those unit compositions, and it should be a lot of fun. Of course, maybe you guys could grab someone else who's also doing the challenge from my Twitch chat and actually go into an old map. That would definitely get you bonus points. I'm talking about some Delta Quadrant. I'm talking about some cool-ass Ravine. Like, I want like the old school maps as well. If you guys can actually play some customs where you're both trying to do Wings of Liberty styles in Legacy of the Void on old maps, then that'll make me very happy. But yeah, there's a lot of freedom in terms of how you want to play it, so it should be a lot of fun. Let you guys exercise your creative muscles. Next week, I'll definitely do an economic one, because everyone, I feel like we've done so many like harass them, drop them from behind. You can only counterattack, and it's like, okay, at a certain point, rather than looking at like composition or how you use your units, I want to do another one where it's like, okay, you're only allowed minerals, or like you can only take gas on every second base, or just like weird things like that. So if you guys have any cool economic suggestions as a challenge, shout them out in chat, post them in the YouTube comments below, and yeah, see if there's anything I like. You can try and focus down that drone, but that drone turns itself into an extractor, saves itself. Reaper throws its grenade there, doesn't quite catch those Zerglings, but Clem being nice and annoying here, just microing around. This Reaper dancing with death here, but knows that Zergling speed is quite a ways off, so he's going to have some fun here. Oh, going deep. This Reaper does not want to live. Did he see it? Did he see the lair? Let's see. He saw the lair starting. Oh, so he's got to be wondering, what the hell am I up against? And I mean, I'm wondering the same thing right now. Circanius has like the world's fastest Evo chamber, and is could make a dropper lord up here using that, but he's just droning up on 2 bases with a super fast lair. So I'm really curious. We're going to see Swarm Host is, I guess, the obvious thing. It could be crazy fast mutas here. And for Clem does have 2 barracks, does have a few marines out. Factory and the starport are both getting well underway right now, and there's going to be a baneling nest out for Circanius in the near future, so curious to see what he does. Of course, Swarmos are pretty good on this map. You can like run up here and throw them into that main and kill the production, or you can run over here, throw them into the natural mineral line. So it's a few decent angles you can hit your Terran opponent on 2 base. If they're on 3 base, you can even throw them from down there into the 3rd. So not too bad. Not the most abusive map for it, but pretty damn decent. 3rd hatchery is down now, and Baneley Nest finishes up in the main. I'm really curious. The gas is starting to get close to about 100. Are we going to see infestation, or is he going to wait for about 200 gas and go for that spire? Circanius, show me what you got. Show me what you got. Oh, whoa, how did I miss that? A queen just dropped in here with 3 drones. Whoa! He just tried to build spines in the base. That's sick. This is like the Zerg version of the cannon rush. It just doesn't have the sentries to guard it. Unfortunately, loses 3 drones. Has to cancel the spines. Not the end of the world, but definitely didn't really get any damage done. He doesn't creep there, actually. You know what? Oh, he's ignoring the creep. So if these creep tumors just spread through this base, that would actually be so hilarious. There's a few slow Zerglings that are thinking about hitting the natural right now. You can do it, Circanius. You can do it. Get in there. There's no one home. There's only a few Marines, and they're not down in the natural. He's actually going to... Oh, he's going to morph Banelings. He's going to get some more drops ready. Oh, the creep is spreading through that main base. The question is, though, does he have anything at home right now? Circanius has almost no units, and he's got 10 Stim Marines with Medevacs about to hit him. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. He's only got 8 Zerglings building right now. He's got 4 Banelings down here in the natural. Oh, man. This is actually kind of scary. 2 more factories down for Clem. He actually wants to go into mech behind this. Oh, but he's getting this Baneling drop ready. These Marines, are they going to miss their timing? There's Zerglings about to pop out. A good number of them, actually. There might be enough here for Circanius to defend this, but oh, he's going to take some damage before then. That Queen taking a lot of hurt. Does pull the drones. Good pull there. But, oh man, the Banelings hit at the same time. Instant replay. Instant replay. Bam! Does hit. 5 SCVs there. Not too bad. But he's lost 8 drones at home. They're both tied on 26 workers apiece. The Zerglings are going to come in. Those Marines focus firing the hatchery. They're not paying attention. And Clem here actually going to lose all of his Marines. So a nice cleanup there for Circanius. Now a very scary counterattack could potentially move across the map. And there's a hole in this wall here right now for Clem. And the creep is getting out of control in his base. Circanius has got so much vision here. Some SCVs look like they pulled and killed one of the... No, both creep tumors are active. Oh my god. That's actually so funny. I'm not sure if you can even get all of those tumors with one scan now. It would need to be perfectly placed. Meanwhile, these Zerglings coming out across the map. Circanius here. You know, his economy is not very big behind this, but potential to get some big damage done. All the Marines are in that main base right now. These Zerglings, morphing Banelings on the front, starting to work on these depots. I think he will have to back off as the SCVs do come in for the repair. He realizes there's a hole in the wall just at the last moment there. Those morphing Banelings are taking a lot of damage. Baneling speed's done. So if Clem ever messes up and gets caught out in the open, then he may get killed by those Banelings. These Marines stutter step their way away from those Zerglings. A lot of Marines do die, but taking a lot of Zerglings with them, so not a bad trade. The creep continues to spread through the base here for Circanius. If he can just push into the main base, then all of his units will be much faster than normal. Back at home, he's built a big round of drones. He's building more drones. Circanius here, really looking great. Macro hatch is down. Third base starting to get some drones up on it. This is looking quite decent for him. Clem does pick up and move out here, but a little bit worried seeing a few Banelings morphing. Just the threat of all these units coming in from different angles is freaking him out. And Clem, no! he sees the Overlord. He's going to run his SCVs away. But these Marines, oh man, they're not on top of it right now. This Overlord is just kind of being so annoying right now. It does just drop those Banelings out wherever. Tries to start running away, but it looks like these Marines will finally clean that up. The creep down here is starting to make its way into the natural. These SCVs are still evacuated right now. Finally getting back to mining. And there's lots of roaches on the way now for Circanius as well. Want to keep an eye on these creep tumors, see if he does spread those into that low ground at any point. Nidus Worm is actually down right now as well. There's lots of hatcheries, lots of roaches building. +1 melee is about to finish. A scan does go down in the main base for Clem, but only going to clean up some of the creep tumors, not all of them. Another Queen, that Queen in the Overlord from earlier, is going to come back into the base right now. She actually just dropped a creep tumor there as well. And she's going to replenish these creep tumors. And then is she going to pick up and get out of there? Okay, the Marines were watching. Clem was on top of it. He does chase her away, but she lives. She can come back another day. Meanwhile, though, Clem diving into the base. All the roaches are in the main base. They're not down here. Does grab a lot of drones, bringing it up to a total of 12 workers killed. Where are these roaches? Only a few of them are down here right now, and Clem with 4 medevacs. Looks like he might have enough units to actually overwhelm all this. A few more roaches are coming out now. Drones being forced off the line. Things are looking very nasty for Circanius right now. These creep tumors looking good in the main base, but creep tumors aren't going to win you the game. They're just going to annoy your opponent more than anything. Clem does drop on top of those units, though. Does lose a lot of those Marines. Right now, we do see a Nidus Worm about to pop in that main base. I don't think Clem's realized. If he did, he could get on top of that really easily with all these Marines. These 3 factories haven't really had a use yet because they've been on creep. They haven't been able to put add-ons down. Lots of roaches coming out of this Nidus Worm. So many roaches and zerglings popping out of there. They're going to start to do a lot of damage to the economy. And Sicanius here really getting in the spirit of weird harassment. Opens up with the spine crawler drop. Now with a Nidus Worm of roaches. He might actually have enough to overwhelm here. That siege tank's just there a little bit too late. There's so many medevacs, but there's no marines left. The marines don't have combat shields as well, which is massive against these roaches. Combat shields is such an important upgrade. And it looks like Sicanius, with just wave after wave of random crazy aggression, might actually be able to do it. This queen is also going to go drop at that third base. He's got creep spreading down there on the low ground. Of course, these roaches benefiting from the creep in the main base. He spreads a creep tumor during the fight. And it's just roaches versus SCVs right now. A siege tank finally does siege up. Looks like these roaches will finally go down. There's more medevacs than there are marines right now. It looks like this... Oh, more roaches have actually popped out right now. That's a good 12 speed roaches there. Of course, these roaches themselves don't have any upgrades. But I just saw 20 drones in that production tab. And look at that work account behind this. Sicanius doesn't even need to kill here. He just needs to keep slowing down Clem because he has a massive economy behind this. Beautiful play by Sicanius. Creep tumors have been dropped at the front. It's dropping creep tumors at the third. This is a creep siege right now. This is exactly the sort of game I wanted to see. This is so sick. There's always a few ones you're like, oh, this is pretty good. This is pretty. And then there's always, you know, a lot of fun games in the ICYFAR. But every now and then you get one that's just like perfect. And that's this game exactly. The Queen actually takes down an SCV as well. Finally, the Texan Marines clean her up. But back at home now, mass roach production is underway. Big 3-base saturation down here for Sicanius. The Terran Clem is just pinned in on 2 bases. Only has a small little force of about 14 marines, 4 siege tanks, and the 6 medevacs. Trying to clean up these creep tumors, but even though he's catching the active ones, the other ones are going to stay there unless he drops a scan. And there's just creep everywhere. Look at Clem, he's just been stuck in his corner of the map for so long. You know, he got 1 or 2 drops off, but oh, once again a Nidus Worm in the main base. And Clem here, he's cleared up 1 or 2 creep tumors there, but there's even more. And oh, it's about to happen. It's about to happen. Look at it, you can see it poking its little head up. And oh man, there's just no response. He's not even going to try to defend. Clem's just going to go across the map. He's like, screw this. I'm done coming home and dealing with all your crazy bullshit. I'm just going to run across the map and try and base trade, but Sicanius has such a head start on this. Of course, won't be able to kill all the buildings because they can lift off and fly. Clem coming in down here, though, with this big tank marine force. Spire is about to finish here for Sicanius, so he's just going to evacuate 4 now. He's actually bringing his units home as well, which is probably a very good decision, since he knows he's just totally massacred the main base. Leave a few roaches in there to keep doing damage. And, yeah. Adding banelings now as well. Remember, baneling speed and +1 melee are done. So if he can get on top of these marines, and I think he's going to do it, he's going to go. Oh, the tanks are all on siege. Clem desperately tries to siege up. The marines try to stim, but oh no, he's trying to pick up in the middle of the battle. But Zerg is all over him. Only 8 marines survive from that. Meanwhile, Clem, realizing he's in so much trouble, has to tap out. GG. And he's got to make some sort of exclamation here, right? Like, what the fuck did I just play against? Sicanius' first spine crawler drop didn't work, but followed it up with some spectacular play. Oh, he's trying to redrop the one where this is where he says GG and then keeps playing. Oh, it's BM, man. It's BM. Yeah, he's actually trying really hard as well. He's gonna snipe down the Nidus Worm. Oh no! Only a few roaches managed to get out. Okay, but there are more roaches popping. I think there's just barely enough roaches to overwhelm this. Yeah, it looks like it's okay. These units, he loaded them back to the Nidus. Now he's unloading them since there's nowhere else to come out of. And it looks like he's just gonna overwhelm that production. The single Mutalisk here, gonna slowly chase these medevacs down. And he finally taps on out. GG. That's a hard way to go out there for Clem. But Sicanius played it perfectly, played to the challenge, and it was sick. Oh, I don't think I see people in chat saying, oh, I miss bronze games. This is so funny. That was not a bronze game. That was, I'm pretty sure that was way above bronze. I would have to guess, considering the amount of crazy shit that was happening in that game, that would be, it could be gold, but it could even be like plat easily. Because the moment people start doing crazy shit like that, you see GM players miss dozens of injects, screw up their macro, because the game's so crazy, no one's used to it, and no one knows what to do. So I actually think that was pretty good. Let's do one more. There is one more replay, which I'm not sure if it necessarily fit the requirements, because the other replays were all like kind of shortish. Let's do one last replay just for the fun of it. I figure why not? We got a lot of people enjoying the game so far. Apparently this is meant to be a pretty good game. I'm just not sure if it fits the weird harassment requirement. So there's people saying challenge, question mark. So the ICYFAR is always a challenge. There's a weekly topic or challenge for you guys to play out. Next week's one is Wings of Liberty. Show us your favorite Wings of Liberty strategies in Legacy of the Void in 2017. So show us nostalgic builds, nostalgic strategies. If you can get a practice partner or someone to actually play a game against you on the old maps like Delta Quadrant or Kulas Ravine or some shit like that, or Jungle Basin, those blasts from the past maps, then do that as well, and that should be sick. For now, guys, let's dive into the final map of today's ICYFAR, which of course is Weird Harassment. And let's take a look. Spawning up here in the top right-hand side, one of our ICYFAR regulars. It is My Beef Strong. From clan XNTG. And his opponent up here in the top left-hand side, our blue Protoss player, it is Kumarao. So I would imagine Beef Strong's the one who's probably submitted this replay. Kumarao, of course, has scouted him first with this probe. He's going to be going for a Nexus first into double gas before gate. Oh, the greed. The greed. Normally you go gate double gas, right? I don't actually play Nexus first openings in PvZ, but I'm pretty sure you don't need your gas that early because your core's already so delayed. Anyway, that's cool. That's going to get him his tech out really fast. Could go double Stargate quite early, actually, which is so popular at the moment. So Beef Strong down here. I'm going to chase this probe. Going to pincer him a little bit. Those little crab claws. I actually saw some crabs fighting. I was at the beach the other week, and we found these two crabs, and they had this, like, I don't know what they were fighting. It was probably like a bit of fish meat or some shit. It was so funny. Crabs, when they fight, are like the most hilarious little creatures. So they're like, I know it's all armor and stuff, but they just look like they're constantly flexing. Like, it just reminds me of two guys on steroids, just like, kind of like flexing the whole time while they're in this like weird, like grappling arm wrestle thing. They're just like, you know, they're just like, they just grab each other's claws and they just kind of stand there and they just kind of like shuttle from side to side. I don't know. There's something hilarious and ridiculous about it. I love it. But anyways, random thoughts aside, Beef Strong's gone, is this 3 hatch before pool? Holy crap, he's going to have a big economy. As long as he doesn't take damage early. And considering he's up against Nexus first, that's pretty good. Of course, there is a 2-gate follow-up here for Kumarao. So Kumarao is going to be having that. And as I said before, oh, he's going to have so much gas. Yeah, if he goes like double Stargate, Mass Oracle, or Phoenix or something, he's going to be in a good spot. Maybe warping a lot of DTs a bit later on. But it is going to slow down his ability to adapt harass. So I think Beef Strong's opening is pretty sick here. This drone has just been chasing this probe forever. He's been friend-zoned hardcore. Let me pincer you, please. Please. Oops. That's the button I was looking for. Music. I knew there was something missing during today's show. I normally have the music on. My bad. Overlord speed's on the way, along with an Evo chamber. No Zergling's speed yet. Oh, Beef Strong, ballsy. Happy to defend with slow Zerglings for the moment. It looks like it is going to be a fast Twilight from Kumarao, so DT is very well maybe where all of that gas ends up going. Ah, he's doing the Spine Crawler defense. Okay, cool. So Beef Strong's just going to put a Spine Crawler in the natural and the third mineral line. Going to have a few extra queens out here as well, which are walking across the map right now. Okay. I'm very curious to see what we're about to see. Okay, so Overlord speed's done. Okay, he's getting ready to pick up queens. Queen drop incoming. This is going to be sick. It's gonna be sick. Beef strong. Of course, Zerg has so many options with the new drops and Nidus Worm and Swarmos. I feel like Zerg really is the race where it's like designed for Bly. It's like that if you want to do some bullshit, Zerg is your race at the moment in Legacy. There's just so many like random things, and they're all technically like really weak if the opponent scouts it and knows exactly what to do, but there's just so many options. And there's so many random ones like this where you're like, it hurts your brain. Whenever you see a queen unload from an overlord inside your base, your brain just immediately hurts. It's so hard to come up with a response to it because you're just like, oh, this doesn't even make sense. I swear that's how True won Montreal last year. And the queen drop comes in. He's actually going to be focusing down that mothership core. Very nice. Oh, he's going to get it. No. Oh my god. Kumaru. The panic overcharge. This is what I'm talking about. He just holds his head to his hand and goes, ah, I have no fucking clue what to do. But he's going to come in here with 2 adepts. But yeah, the queens have transfused as well. There we go. Now Kumaru should be able to deal with this. But those queens, look at this. They're just not dying. And he picks up and he's denied so much mining time. At the same time, Zerglings hit the 3rd. Beef strong with the queen combo drop. Comboing with the Zerglings in the 3rd base. And Kumaru here is flailing about a little bit, going, whoa, what madness is this? Meanwhile, Roachwarren is going down. Worker counts are still pretty even, so I wouldn't say Beef Strong is like incredibly far ahead right now. The problem though for Kumaru is he's kind of panicked now and he's worried about this drop coming back in, so he's not resecuring that 3rd. So the moment that Beef Strong does choose to drone, he's just going to get way ahead. And we can see he's hitting that point now where he's building 6 drones and he's also got a Spire and a Baneling Nest on the way. Kumaru is going to be able to deal with this now. There we go, Stalkers and Adepts are going to get this. Oh, he could even overcharge there and he's going to do that. 1 Stalker actually goes down. Nice transfuse there on the Overlord. The Queens will finally go down. Oh, finally falls. But Kumaru, no 3rd base on the way. And there's an Overlord there. If that starts pooping right now, then there isn't going to be a 3rd Nexus for a long time. There's a lot of Zerglings out here as well. We do have Adept Glaives, so of course 10 Adepts is going to wreck like 50 Zerglings, basically. You need an incredible number of Zerglings, unless you have some crazy upgrades to take down that number of Adepts. Zerglings do scale a lot better with upgrades than Adepts. Like Adept upgrades don't actually help them against Zerglings. So if you get to say like 3/3 Adrenal Gland Zerglings, then they start to destroy Adepts in even numbers. Or even supply numbers, I should say. But for now, there's plenty of Ling Bane here. Banelings, of course, will be able to crush that. If the Zerglings can wrap around these Adepts and surround them, then and kind of hold them together, then that will work. There is a melee upgrade on the way. No Baneling speed just yet. Beef Strong's economy is still only about equal with Kumaru's, so despite doing some nice damage, Beef Strong doesn't have the biggest economy, can't afford to take much damage here. Oh, his force is just up there. These Adepts are going to come in. There's a Spine Crawler for now. Those Adepts just going to start fighting that Beef Strong. He's going to come around, though. They haven't started to shade yet. Oh, God, those Banelings are getting dangerously close right now. Kumaru! No! The Banelings are on top of him. The Zerglings have actually gone down the bottom to chase those 2 Adepts, but every single Adept goes down. At the end of that, relatively even trades overall throughout this game. But Beef Strong holds on to the 3 bases, is still getting up to that nice 55 drone count. Kumaru only just about to finish his 3rd base. And remember, all that lost mining time in the natural before really did slow Kumaru down. Kumaru is going to drop a whole bunch of gateways here in the main base. He did the me there. That's my move. That's where you go to put your gateways down and you just click it really fast. And then you realize you're going to like block your own base with them. So you decide to actually put them in a neat little grid. Like he did there. Zergling's going to come in on the 3rd sentry. He's in the open. Overcharge will repel that for now, but that's all the energy gone on that mothership core. Right now, not a lot of units out for Kumaru. Only a single Immortal, only 1 power unit. And right now we have, 5 Corruptors. And 3 Queens dropping in the back as well. Beef Strong. This is it. He's just trying to break his brain. There's like nothing else here. It's just like, I'm just going to break your brain with Queen drops. And I think Kumaru is freaking out right now. It's actually working so well. Because what do you possibly do when someone's dropping Queens in your base? You just have to react calmly. But when he's hitting your 3rd, when these Queens are going to kill your mothership core again, no! No! Then it's time to start panicking. And I think Kumaru has been in Panic Town for a long time right now. Great opening harassment here from Beef Strong. This is beautiful. Looks like Kumaru here is going to just be continuing to trying to rebuild that economy maybe. Only 46 probes to 63 drones, so Beef Strong's found himself on that huge economy that he enjoys. +2 melee is on the way. It's 20 drones on that natural. We got 3 corruptors about to pop. There is a nice corruptor squad up here. So we might have a little bit of piss squad action coming in to try and snipe something. But there's a few stalkers in position, so not sure if they're going to be able to get it. Now, the way corruptor piss works, if you guys don't know, basically the acid has to build up. So the first 5 seconds of them attacking, they only do like 8 damage a second or something to a building. But then once they've been channeling their piss for 5 seconds, the acid pee like builds up or something. I don't know what the hell the lore is, but maybe it's like they knock the armor off where they're shooting and they start to pee inside the building or something and flood it. But basically it starts doing 35 damage a second, I believe it is, per corruptor. So it does massive damage after, and I think it ignores armor as well, after the first 5 seconds. So it usually, when you've got about 10, 12 corruptors like he's got now, it usually takes about 10 seconds only to actually kill a Nexus, I believe, if my maths is correct. Maybe I'm remembering my maths wrong. Either way, let's see how it works. It's piss time, boys. Unzip those flies and unleash your caustic spray. Actually, a few of them haven't cast caustic spray yet, so it's not going to work as well as it might have. Oh, he's going to get it though. He's going to get it. He's going to get it. Oh, snipes down the Nexus. And beautiful play. The roaches and lings on the front did get wrecked though. So Kumaru here looking like he might want to counterattack after losing that third base. The queen drop dances from the main base down to the third, and this queen just being a massive pain in the ass. Oh my god, that is... This is so funny. This queen actually has 6 kills right now. The corruptor squad is still there. There's creep there, so this Nexus can't even be rebuilt. Beef Strong is just massing Banelings, adding Hydras at this point. No Baneling speed yet, so this is slow Banelings. But, I mean, there's not really the highest tech army here for Kumaru. A few Stalkers and the Reinforce, it's all in disarray right now. A few Stalkers do go down. Beef Strong does have Roach speed, so more Roaches, more Hydras will be probably the answer to this. Nice force field so far. A few of those Banelings do go down. Beef Strong's in trouble right now. He has so much money, but he doesn't have any lava to spend it. And he's supply blocked as well. Oh no. Focusing so much on the crazy harassment that he actually hasn't been macroing too well. Doesn't have a macro hatch. It's only just going down now. But he's on supply block now. He does have spine crawlers building behind this base. Looks like his 4th base may be forfeited at the same time. The Piss Squad. Oh, what a... Oh my god. It's coming into P on the 3rd. I mean, to be honest, Kumaru is so tilted at this point, it barely even matters because he hasn't even transferred probes over here. No one's actually mining on this base. But look at that damage increase. Oh my god, it goes up so quickly. So just blasts down that Nexus. These Corruptors just go absolutely insane. Yeah, it is about 10 seconds for about 10 Corruptors. Thereabouts to kill a Nexus. It's a pretty short amount of time. I'm getting so good at muting whenever I cough. Go so you mute my crew. Alright, this army is looking pretty frightening right now. I think Beef Strong may have pushed this game over the edge. There's almost no force fields left. There's almost pure Adepts in this army. 4 Immortals and 22 Adepts, 11 Stalkers. They do have Blink, but I don't know how much it's going to help here. It's all about these Baneling connections. Can the Banelings hit the Adepts? Oh, look at this clump down here in the bottom right. A lot of those Adepts get heavily bruised. These Adepts dive into the Adepts. Banelings hit the Adepts on the left. And there's just too much Roach Hydra left over at the end of that. 1 Immortal does fall. Another Immortal is about to go down. It goes down. The last 2 Immortals, they killed as much as they could. 10 and 8 kills apiece, but at the end of it, my Beef is just too strong. Pulls out a stake, slaps him in the face. Beef Strong takes yet another ICYFAR game. GG's. Well played, mate. Well played. Alright, that was a good one. I'm happy we cast that. That was actually a really good set of replays. For you guys who didn't catch the first game, you got to go back and watch the VOD because that was so ridiculous. King Tesla and all of the Protoss guys down at Cheesadelphia sent that one in, where he did the sickest Blink DT Prism harass. Where, spoiler alert, The war prison flew into a widow mine and 3 Marines and just died. And then he just killed him with a blink DT charge lot timing anyway, which is pretty sick. So, top meme replays. Thank you so much, guys, for hanging out. For you guys watching on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe. I will be heading to Changzhou near Shanghai for WESG tomorrow. I'll be there for 1 week. I get back Tuesday morning, so tomorrow morning, but 1 week from now. So I won't be able to start the stream on time that day. I'll probably get home, shower, and start streaming a few hours after I normally would. So that should be cool. I will be gone for a week. I'm going to try and put out a few videos on my YouTube channel. So obviously I won't be able to live stream it because that means I'm going to have to record those videos today. So yeah, I'm going to put some of those out, check them out, and have some fun. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Don't forget to hug a watermelon, kick a walrus, and of course, punch a garden gnome to the moon. Remember, no matter how good you are, always seek to improve. See you guys later.